What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to this video called Seven Signs Canadians Are No Longer Welcome in the United States. So, as an American, it's been pretty painful, honestly, to see what the United States has done to piss off Canada and basically completely tank our international reputation. And so I've heard that a lot of Canadians are no longer even traveling here to the United States. You guys don't even want to come here anymore, which makes a lot of sense, unfortunately. So today, I really want to take a look at this video and understand 7 specific reasons why Canadians don't even feel welcome here in the United States, which is that's a really, really sad thing to even say out loud, that Canadians don't even feel welcome here, but it does seem like that is the reality of the time that we are living in. So let's take a look at this.
For decades, the US-Canada border was the gold standard. No visas, no tension, just open roads and friendly neighbors.
Seriously, take us back. Take us back to the good old days. My dad told me about this, actually, that when he was my age, whenever he went to Canada, the few times that he did that, he didn't even need a passport, from what I understand. Like, there was a day when the border between Canada and the United States was just like as open as could be. Didn't even need a passport, just like a driver's license or something. Like, that just goes to show you what a wonderful relationship we've had historically. And I don't know, I guess it's also kind of depressing to see that compared to now.
But in 2025, something's changed. Canadians are being fingerprinted,
What?
phones searched, and what used to feel like the world's easiest border now feels uncertain.
So bad. Fingerprinted? What's that about? What? When? Why? Is that something you literally do to criminals? Criminals! When they're being booked. Not that I would know. Not that I'd know what that's like to be booked in the county jail, but from what I've heard, from what I've seen, you get fingerprinted. I've heard about this searching of cell phones. Like, what? Searching it for what? What are you looking for? I've heard a little bit about that one. That really gets to me. What? Because it's such an invasion of privacy, and it's also like, what are you looking for? You're looking through text messages? What you want to know what they're getting from the grocery store? What they said to their uncle? What when they're going to the movies? What? I don't. And I've heard it's like, oh, they're searching the cell phones to see if they've said anything anti-American. I don't care if you've said it. What? You This is supposed to be the United States, where you have the freedom of speech, where you can say anything you want. What do you nobody should care if Canadians want to travel into the United States. If you want to send text messages saying that you don't like America, or you don't like some of the things that we've done, or whatever, that should be your right. And you should still be able to come. Like, I am that much in favor of free speech, and yeah, just the whole thing kind of gets me a little worked up, as you can see.
Are Canadians still welcome, or is this the quiet start of something bigger? Something we haven't fully noticed yet? Stick around until number 5. It's
Okay.
the one most Canadians still don't see coming.
Oh God.
But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe. Because this isn't just a travel update. It's proof that even the friendliest borders can feel unfamiliar overnight.
No kidding. No kidding, man. How quick did this all happen? Man, obviously it all like came to a head when Donald Trump was elected and the tariffs and the trade wars and that all started and then was just perpetuated by Donald Trump saying a lot of stupid things about Canada and the 51st state and but yeah, we all know how we got here, but it's just like weird because it's like it it feels like it's been going on for a while, but it hasn't been that long. Like Canada and the United States has had a great relationship for such a long time, like the majority of the time. So it's sad.
Number 1. The 30-day rule. Every year, nearly 1 million Canadian snowbirds escape the winter and head south.
Snowbirds? Is that a term? Are we talking about like animals? I'm not kidding. Are we talking about birds? Or is that a term for Canadians? Maybe you guys like you travel out of Canada when it gets real cold. Does somebody call you snowbirds? Is that a thing?
To Florida, Arizona, California.
Yeah.
For decades, the border felt seamless. 6 months, no paperwork, no stress.
Oh, wow.
But in 2025, something changed. A new U.S. policy now requires Canadians to register online with immigration authorities if they plan to stay longer than 30 days.
Oh, so this was in April. This was April a few months ago. So Canadians could stay 6 months. Now Canadians can only stay 30 days? Or you need to register with the US government or face serious penalty. This is so annoying. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of reasons Canadians come to the United States and plenty of reasons that you would want to. 30 days is a long time, like, well longer than any vacation I've been on. But if you're Canadian and you need to come to the United States for an extended period of time, this is so annoying. And just forgetting the logistics of it, it's a sign, it's a signal. Like the fact that Trump enacted this policy in April, like it says something. Like the actual policy is really annoying. If you want to stay in the US for 30 days or longer, an extended stay, now you got to do all this annoying stuff or register with the government. And that's all really annoying, but it's really the action of implementing this. It's like a sign. Like, what is that saying? It's saying Canadians aren't welcome. That is quite literally what it's saying. Or it's saying we want Canadians to have to jump through more hoops to stay in America for long periods of time. Like, what's up with that? Why?
It's part of a larger effort to track long-term visitors. The process is simple, but many travelers don't even know it exists.
Oh.
And that's where the problems begin.
Oh.
Immigration lawyers say they're seeing confusion spike. Snowbird organizations are calling for exemptions. Some travelers have already received warnings.
So are there some Canadians who do you come to the United States, like to Florida, for the entire winter? Like that's your winter plan? Like are you retired? Are you rich? Like don't you have a job? How are you doing this? How are you like leaving Canada for 3 months or anyway, good for you. Like if you're a Canadian who's like traveling for months on end, you've got life figured out, I guess, cuz anyway, joking aside, yeah, like this is really, really annoying. And it seems to be affecting a lot more people than I thought.
Canadian Snowbird Association says the rule wasn't designed for tourists, yet it's being applied to them anyway.
Huh.
The effect is real. According to Statistics Canada, vehicle re-entries from the U.S. dropped nearly 32% this March compared to last year. Less traffic, more uncertainty.
Of course. Of course. Like, it's so... And Americans just need to think about this like, what if Canada randomly tariffed us out of nowhere at the beginning of all this? What if Canada invoked this travel policy where Americans have to register with the Canadian government if you're staying for a certain amount of time, and we're just making it harder on Americans? Americans would be like, I don't want to go there. What's it like? What? They don't like us. That's the impression you would get. That's so. Yes, I totally understand. Like how Canadians must feel about this.
This isn't about a form, it's about a shift from automatic trust to silent suspicion.
Yeah.
And for Canadians used to
Yeah.
6 months of freedom, that new 30-day line doesn't just feel restrictive. It feels like a quiet test, one that asks, are you still welcome here or just tolerated?
Whoa. Right. It's got a lot of undertones to it. It's annoying. And if you need to be here for a long time, you can just register and do what you need to do. But by putting that policy in place, that's a really unsettling because it's more of like a statement like I America wants to make it harder on Canadians to be here.
Number 2, your phone is no longer private.
Okay.
It used to be simple. You'd show your passport, answer a few quick questions, maybe get asked where you're staying. For most Canadians, crossing the US border felt like walking into a familiar neighbor's house.
This one, okay, this one's gonna get me worked up. I gotta sit up. The searching of cell phones without a warrant this is gonna get me worked up.
But in 2025, the border wants more. Your device. Under US law, border agents can search your phone or laptop without a warrant.
What?
They can scroll through your messages, photos, browser history, and social media.
What? Okay. This alone, even though, like, most of us have nothing to hide, obviously, this alone would be enough to make me, like, not want to travel to that country. If I thought that country was going to take my cell phone, which for a lot of people, that's your entire life. That could be your job. It could have your finances, your personal data. It can, obviously, all the messages, private messages with your whoever. It's for a lot of people in this day and age, your phone can really be your whole life. And the idea of like having to hand that over and let some random person go through it and look at all your stuff, it's like, with it, like, and it's totally up to their discretion. I understand if you are a person of interest, if you failed some kind of drug test or they have a suspicion or something, but the idea that at the U.S. border, they can just for any reason look through your phone and then turn you away for any reason is just pretty outrageous to me.
And you have no legal right to refuse.
Wow.
A recent CBC investigation revealed growing concern among Canadians.
Of
Travelers
course.
worry they'll be flagged or denied entry simply for holding different political views, religious beliefs, or personal opinions.
And that's the other part of it. It's like, so we're looking through your phone. What if you have something in there like you are going to you're violent, you're threatening somebody, you're going to commit a crime? Yes, of course, that's bad. And you should be declined and that's against the law. I get it. But if the contents of your phone are just like, I don't agree with America on this and this and this, it's like, that is not a reason to turn people away. As a matter of fact, if you're really being open-minded about it, you should welcome that openness of opinions and that difference of viewpoint and those criticisms. That's a good thing to have. And someone with a different perspective. And so, yeah, that certainly rubs me the wrong way.
One civil liberties expert put it plainly: you're exposing your entire life, and that life might be used against you. And now, even the Canadian government is warning its citizens to expect
Wow.
digital searches at the U.S. border,
Oh
with no
my.
clear cause and no requirement for explanation.
No wonder Canadians aren't traveling here anymore. No wonder. This is crazy.
This isn't targeted. It's broad. Even a meme or a joke from years ago could become grounds for suspicion.
That's right. There was a guy from Norway who had a meme of J.D. Vance Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is kind of funny. If I can find it quickly here. JD Vance meme. This isn't a joke. This Norwegian had this meme of this meme of JD Vance. Um, and they found this. It's like JD Vance with his face blown up, looking really weird. And they found that and they sent that Norwegian, they deported him. They sent him home. That actually happened.
In 2025, the U.S. border still opens, but it opens into a search bar. Number 3, Canada's academic warning. When Canada issues a travel warning, people pay attention. But in 2025, it wasn't just the federal government raising red flags. It was one of the country's most trusted voices in education.
What?
The Canadian Association of University Teachers, representing over 72,000 professors, researchers, and academic staff, issued a rare travel advisory against visiting the United States.
Whoa. I did not hear about this. What is this? Teachers? Like an association of Canadian teachers? Thousands released this press statement warning its members against traveling to the United States. Oh my God.
The warning wasn't vague. It specifically urged faculty to reconsider travel if they are transgender, racialized, politically outspoken, or belong to any marginalized community.
Wow.
The reason? A growing pattern of harassment, invasive questioning, and unexplained detentions at the U.S. border.
Wow. I mean, this should really be such a big wake-up call for a lot of Americans, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't even know about this kind of stuff. Like, I didn't even know about this big statement from all the Canadian teachers.
This isn't politics, it's protection. The advisory recommends wiping phones, limiting personal data, and preparing to be flagged, not for what you carry, but for who you are.
Obviously, Canadians are very worried about this. This is something you guys talk about, you write articles about, you make press statements about. This is a big thing for Canadians. Like, this kind of discussion doesn't just come out of nowhere. There's a reason for it all. It's not just based on nothing.
It warns that Canadians may be detained, interrogated, or refused entry without justification, especially if they fall into one of those targeted groups.
Terrifying, really. What's unfortunate is I genuinely think most Canadians are probably like fine. Like, for most people, you can probably just travel into the United States, and we want your tourism and your money anyway. Like, we want people to come here. So I think for the majority of people, you'd probably be fine. It's just, whether that's true or not, even just the thought that all of this could happen to you, even just a possibility would be enough for me to be like, no, I'm not going there. Like, that's what I'd be thinking.
In response, universities across Canada have quietly updated their travel protocols.
Wow.
Legal departments are stepping in. Conferences that once felt routine in places like Boston, Chicago, or New York are now being second-guessed or skipped entirely.
Wow.
Because when
this is so bad. America is literally losing out on so much. Canadians are not wanting to come here, not just for fun and tourism. Canadians don't want to visit for academic conferences and things that really benefit the United States. People don't want to come here and even be a part of it anymore.
The country's scholars start avoiding your border. It's not just travel anxiety, it's a warning worth hearing. Number 4, the quiet pullback. Sometimes the signs of change aren't on the news, they're in the silence.
Oh.
That silence on the highways, the empty bus seats, the hotel rooms that were booked a month ago, and suddenly aren't. In early 2025, Canadian visits to the U.S. dropped. A 23% decline in vehicle crossings. A sharp drop in hotel reservations across border towns in Maine and Michigan.
Yeah.
One motel owner in Old Orchard Beach said it plainly. We're seeing cancellations we haven't seen in years, and it's all Canadians.
Oh my God. This is some of the stuff that I've learned about, that I've heard about. the vast number of Canadians who are canceling trips here, not coming here. Tourism is down in the United States at unprecedented levels. I've heard of this.
But this isn't just about numbers. It's about something more unsettling: the shift in mood. Tour operators along the Quebec and Ontario borders say clients aren't angry. They're uneasy. They just don't want to risk being searched, flagged, delayed, or turned away.
So bad. People are literally afraid to visit the United States. That's embarrassing for us. Like, honestly, it is.
Not for a day trip, not for shopping, not even for tradition. And so, they're backing off.
Wow.
Quietly, collectively. The US-Canada border is still open, the lanes are still there. But the trust, the automatic "of course you're welcome" feeling, is fading.
Oh my God.
Because when everyday Canadians start saying, maybe not this year, it's not just travel habits changing, it's the relationship itself.
Yeah, no kidding. Like the nature of the relationship between Canada and the United States, who knows when this is gonna be repaired or if it can be repaired, or certainly it feels like it will take 3-4 years. Donald Trump can't be president, I think, unless some kind of crazy deal happens that makes Canadians really happy. But even then, it just feels like so much damage has been done. That America has done so much damage to the relationship. That really troubles me, what they're talking about here. Like, it just feels like things have changed, and I don't know how it's ever gonna go back.
Number 5, second-class treatment. This one isn't easy to prove, but if you've experienced it, you know it's real.
What?
In 2025, Canadians with Middle Eastern names, South Asian backgrounds, or Muslim identity are facing a different kind of border scrutiny.
What?
Longer interviews, more invasive questions, deeper inspections, and often no explanation at all. It's not
Oh my God. Well, okay, now I understand what they're saying. It's not Canadians in the broad sense. It's Canadians from like various different cultures and heritage countries, like Middle Eastern or Asian or that. This doesn't shock me to be like it's such a horrible reality of the United States, and I think the United States has gotten a lot better at being more accepting of different people and cultures, but this actually doesn't surprise me that much.
official policy, there's no press release, but it's happening quietly, consistently, and disproportionately. Legal advocates and civil rights groups in both Canada and the US have raised concerns about this growing pattern. Not detentions, not deportations, just discomfort.
Right. And it's very hard to like quantify something like that. And I have no idea what I obviously I'm just like a random white guy. I don't have any clue like what the experience would be like going about navigating this world as like a minority or being discriminated against. But it's I understand the idea that it's not quantifiable. It's like you walk in somewhere and people just act different. They won't look at you, or they're acting uncomfortable around you, or they won't talk to you politely, or I get that.
Applied unevenly. And it's not just policy that's shifting, it's perception. A recent AP NORC poll shows the percentage of Americans who see Canada as an ally or friend has dropped from 82% in 2023 to just 66% in 2025.
Whoa. What is this poll? Who did this poll? Because this is really disturbing to me. I've always thought most Americans really like Canada, or at least have a neutral feeling. That's how it's been for the longest time. Canada has like the greatest reputation in the world, right? Everyone loves Canadians. So and also just the idea that Americans don't see Canada as an ally as much. It's down 20% or like 16% or something. is just so ridiculously stupid because we are the ones who did all of this to Canada. Canada has just been fighting back, retaliating, voicing opposition to what America has done to Canada. How can it's like we're trying to punch you in the face and then we're getting mad that you don't like that?
That's a 16-point drop in 2 years, and it reflects something deeper than politics. Being Canadian once meant you could expect fairness at the border, a sense of trust baked into the passport itself.
Yeah.
But now, that welcome depends on how you look, or who they think you might be.
Wow.
Number 6. Denied without reason. You can do everything right. Book your flights, hold a valid visa, show proof of return, and still, it might not be enough. Just ask Jasmine Mooney, a Canadian actress and entrepreneur. In 2024, she was traveling to Los Angeles to attend a business and film event on a valid U.S. work visa.
I learned about this. I learned about this. This is a Canadian actress who was detained and held in the United States for basically no reason.
But when she crossed the U.S.-Mexico border, she was stopped by border agents and taken into custody.
Yeah.
She was detained for 12 days. It was dehumanizing, she told The Guardian. No one would explain what I did wrong.
Oh. Oh. Ah. That's this one really hurts me. In the core of my American being, this one hurts me because it's like so against everything America is supposed to be. Just locking someone up and not even for not even any reason and not telling them why, no due process and the inhumanity of it all, and it's so bad. It's so bad.
Because I didn't do anything wrong. She was eventually deported and is now banned from re-entering the U.S., and she's not alone.
What?
Dozens of Canadians have reported being denied entry without a clear reason.
That's incredible. That's pretty outrageous. Now, I understand one country you don't have to do anything for another country or another country's citizens. You don't have to they don't have the rights of if a Canadian is in America, they're not a citizen. We don't have to treat you well, but we should. If we have any common human decency, any self-respect as a country, we would not treat people like this. That's crazy.
Sometimes it's because an agent feels the travel plans are unclear. Sometimes it's nothing at all.
They should if they turn you away from the United States, they should have to give a reason. That should be a law. They should have to at least give a reason.
There's no formal charge, no appeal process, just a mark on your record, and a door that quietly closes behind you. In 2025, you don't have to break the rules to be turned away. You just have to make someone uncomfortable.
That's insane. That is so crazy. It's up to the discretion of a random border security guard. It's just up to some guy to be like, I don't like you. Go away. Go home. That's so crazy.
Number 7. Once flagged, never forgotten.
Oh.
The most unsettling part of crossing the U.S. border in 2025? You may never know why you were stopped. And worse, you may never stop being watched.
Oh my
A growing
God.
number of Canadians report a troubling pattern. Once flagged, denied, or questioned, they're more likely to be pulled aside again.
Oh God.
Not just once, but every time. Even
Oh
with
my God. Oh my God. Yeah. If I was Canadian and I tried to visit the U.S. and they turned me away, or they searched me, or I would never try to go back. So, props to you guys if you are turned away and then try to come back again, because it seems there are people who have to do that and they are red flagged and get a hard time for the rest of their life.
new paperwork, even years later. There's no official watch list for Canadians, No formal notification. But travelers know when something changes, when the questions get more specific, when the tone shifts, when you're treated like a file, not a person. The Canadian government warns travelers that U.S. border decisions are final, unappealable, and often not explained.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is so bad. So bad. And this was such a great video because it was really like eye-opening. I think more like every American needs to watch stuff like this and really understand what Canadians are going through because it's about Canadians and how you're treated, but this is also like we should be aware of what our country is doing to people. We are doing this. Yeah, I think that's why this also cuts so deep into me, because it feels like I'm American. I'm proud to be an American, but I'm not proud of all this stuff that we're doing, and it feels bad. Feels bad. There's no other way to say it. So I'm glad I took a look at this. This was really interesting. A lot of stuff I didn't know was happening. Pretty crazy time that we live in. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on these 7 signs that Canadians don't feel welcome in America. And or if you're Canadian and you have experienced any of this, that'd be awesome to hear about too. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and seeing Canadian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.